I don't know what to say, really.
Your seventh pick gives you what? A running back with a rap sheet?
You don't know who I'm picking, Seven, Tom. I'm not going to sell the farm for one guy.
Well, you should. Your farm sucks.
I know football. What you did with those boys. You were the right man for the job, Coach.
You're Hall of Fame in my book.
Now, let's analyze what's been working for us. Not a goddamn thing's been working for us. Like this goddamn suit doesn't work for me. And this stinking tie. And this goddamn shirt. It doesn't work for me.
Fucking Roethlisberger, the quarterback, was all fucking hug it, chug it, football. All night.
I'll tell you why you don't have your $10 million yet. 'Cause right now, you are a paycheck player. You play with your head, not your heart. In your personal life, heart. But when you get on the field, it's all about what you didn't get, who's to blame, who underthrew the pass, who's got the contract you don't, who's not giving you your love. You know what? That is not what inspires people.
This is your opportunity
for
here.
you. Playing football at West Canaan may have been the opportunity of your lifetime, but I don't want your life.
I'll tell you this, in any fight, it's the guy who's willing to die who's gonna win that itch. And I know if I'm gonna have any life anymore, it's because I'm still willing to fight and die for that itch. Because that's what living is. The 6 inches in front of your face.
I have the golden ticket, Sonny. If I give it to you, you get to say football in Cleveland.
I'll see you in L.A.
No heart. No heart? I'm all heart, motherfucker!
You're dark. Wow. Dark humor at its finest. I don't know if it is or what it is or how it goes. Hey, who cares? It's NFL Week 11, Fantasy Football Week 11. Welcome in, everybody. It's just me, no Mike, Virginia. Mike had to go to a baby shower this morning, so I wish him well. Have a good time, Mike. Live it up. Do your thing. It's what you want to do. We already got questions in here, so I'm going to dive in the live chat. This will be a quick get in, get out with your life type show. Not screwing around. I want to talk business and get out because I got stuff to do. Every Sunday, I sell myself short. I run out of time because I give a whole hour to you guys. I love you guys, and that's what I do. Sacrifice. It's a sacrifice, just a simple word. Oh, you don't like Elton John? Love Elton John. Classic. All right, here we go. Harry Brooks. What's up, Harry? What's up, guys? Rest of season PPR. How do you guys rank these dudes? Devonta Smith, D-Hop, Leggett, and Jennings. I mean, are you really that motivated about Leggett? To me, Leggett's got to be last year, okay? Because Carolina sucks. I know they won 2 games in a row. Whoa, dude, how did that happen?
Wow, dude.
It's a miracle. Oh, look at my cup. It's like a see-through Christmas tree. Look at that. Isn't that funny? Oh, life is fascinating. Not bad. Shit, coffee gets the job done. I'm not a coffee snob. I don't care about that. I'm tired today, but I'm excited to do this show. And Harry, let me tell you why. Because I'm ranking you first. I think the D-Hop thing is real, so I'm going D-Hop number 1 in PPR, especially because he can rack up the catches. Devonta Smith. Then Jennings, my guy. And then Leggett. That's how it goes. There you go. Lock it in. Yeah, okay. A couple of guys emailed. They jumped to the live chat before the show. Happy game day, Dylan Fink. All right, Dylan, what's up, Finky? Full PPR, start 1 tight end. Taysom or Knox or Disley or Komet. It's a lot. I believe I will go with Taysom because he could do things for the New Orleans offense the other guys can't. Knox could score a touchdown. He could not. It could be a total fluke. Disley, Cincinnati's defense is definitely weak. Maybe he scores a touchdown, but you need a touchdown. That matters. But for PPR, I don't see Disley racking up a ton of grabs, although he did have that one game where he had like 8 grabs. But that seemed like a one-off fluke for the most part. So I'm going with Taysom here. Although Komet versus Green Bay, I know Komet's really been shit on by Caleb Williams. Been letting him down. He's been a real bummer for him. But Komet has a lot to offer still. And maybe today's that day. I'm kind of feeling Komet, but I'm going to go Taysom first, and Komet's my backup choice there. And then as far as the quarterbacks, you got Anthony Richardson, who's back in the saddle. I'm back! I'm back in the saddle again! I'm back! That's by Steven Tyler. Isn't that funny? So Anthony Richardson, who I totally got wrong this season. When he got drafted by the Colts, I'm like, dude, this guy's so raw. He's 4th overall. But I got sucked into Shane Steichen can do anything. Hey, Shane Steichen, look what he did with Jalen Hurts. He can do anything. Well, that was a mistake. That was just a flat-out mistake. That's all it ever was. That's what it is, and that's what it will be. So I was wrong about that. Tua versus Vegas. You got to love that matchup. Drake May. Like Drake May for fantasy. I would either go Tua or May here. The Rams' defense stinks, but you might think McVay. He's a pro. You might have something cooked up for May. Fail-safe here is Tua. I go May. There you go. Finky? Lock it in. Thanks, Finky. Hey, Uncle Ted's in the house. What's up, Uncle T? Uncle T, Uncle Ted. He's got the answers that you need. He's Uncle Ted. Ricky Rocket Pearsall to the moon. There you go. Okay. Russell says, yo, I don't play fantasy football. Just checking in. What's up, Russell? Did I get my arbitration done in time? For those of you that play Adu Niu Fangraphs Fantasy Baseball, arbitration deadline was this week. And I still don't kind of get it. I get that I had to spread the money around to other people's contracts, which essentially, if I understand how arbitration works in Adu Niu Fantasy Baseball, you take your money and you basically bump up other people's salaries and other teams to make it difficult for them. Is that correct? Because then maybe they won't be able to hang on to them, or it'll hurt their bottom line and somebody else will have to be let go so that you could benefit from. If that's how it works, because I didn't read about it at all, then that's cool. I dig it. I love that part. I love that aspect of Adu Niu. Palazzo Niu specifically is what we got going on. All right. Live chat's open. Come on, let's go. Give me questions or give me death. Get in, get out, get on with your life. What slogan was that? Get in, get out, get out. Well, get on with your life. Was that McDonald's, Burger King, KFC, Applebee's? Now I can't remember. Get in, get out, get on with your life. Yeah, what was that? Oh, is a slogan from a what? No, that's not true. Someone's trying to cheat. Get in, get out, get out. Where you go with your life? Someone's saying it was a local college. No, shit. I don't know where I got that. Who knows? Who gives a shit? Doesn't matter. Anyways, give me questions, or else I'm just going to play YouTube videos. Does that sound like fun? Here's a funny YouTube video I saw recently. I think it was Charles Grodin. Remember Charles Grodin? He's dead now. Charles Grodin had an ugly face, and he was kind of a bitter man. But man, the guy is a bizarre dude. I watched Beethoven the other day. It's so weird. Remember that movie? The dog? Charles Grodin's pissed the whole time. He's like, this dog. He's got to use his hands. For today's matchups in the NFL, Jacksonville, Detroit. We got the Jags here, right here across the river in downtown Detroit, Ford Field. 13.5-point dogs the Jags are. Dude, I got to take those points. Although it's most likely Detroit rolls because it's Mac Jones. It's not Trevor Lawrence. But I think some of us are desperate for Mac Jones to at least give us some fantasy garbage time with Brian Thomas Jr. maybe. Please. I had a tough call here. I wonder if you guys could help me out because the conundrum was, should I start Brian Thomas Jr. or James Cook? Now, James Cook would be like my third back today. And I only say that as a question because, that Kansas City run D don't play. Kansas City run D is excellent. That's the thing they do the best. Kansas City's defense shuts down the run. And I was like, dude, I don't know. I mean, what if there's garbage time in Detroit and I can rack up a bunch of points with BTJ? But it's Mac Jones. It's Mac Jones. He's trash, right? Mac Jones is trash. So here we go. Let's zoom in on this team. Right now, this is an important time because I'm 5-5. You see right there, 6th place. I'm scoring points. I love this roster. I don't get it. I mean, look at this. I got Jaden Daniels, who apparently everyone hates Dan Quinn because he didn't kick a field goal on Thursday night. And it's all Dan Quinn's fault in a 12-10 game. What are you thinking? What were you thinking? Well, he was trying to win a game. That's what he was thinking. So don't Monday winning quarterback Dan Quinn, guys. Not cool. Look, I got Pickens and Metcalf and BTJ. I got Ramondre and Kenneth Walker third. Evan Ingram's my tight end. James Cook is my third running back or second running back, depending on the week. And it's super flex. Yeah, I got Anthony Richardson. That's the biggest weak link here is Anthony Richardson by far, right? And I even got J-Mo on the bench. I was like, should I start J-Mo or BTJ? That's a tough call. J-Mo can make plays, but he only gives you like chunk plays. If this is PPR, you want to rack up consistency. I understand why I would be more interested in BTJ possibly, right? So, yeah, really comes down to I've got James Cook in the lineup, and I put Brian Thomas Jr. in, and I benched J-Mo. Question is, would you do the same? Would you? Because J-Mo's a guy, you want to get more consistency out of him, but you just never know week to week. A lot of fun, but in that league, I'm going to bench J-Mo today, even though he'll probably score a long touchdown, right? Yeah, probably. Caleb Martin. Is this Caleb Martin of Miami Heat? Former Nevada Wolfpack basketball player who had a twin brother? Is that you? Thanks for being here. He's over on Twitter X, which has been abandoned for Blue Sky. So you got to get on Blue Sky now if you want to be cool, guys. I don't write the rules. I just play by them, okay? So Henry or Hill? Henry Hill of Goodfellas is playing tight end? Come on, it's not funny, Mike. It's old bit. Old bit, buddy.
I apologize.
Yeah, I should. Sorry about that. Okay, so Hunter Henry against the Rams or Taysom Hill. I'm going Taysom Hill. Now, if you're looking for volume, I can't really blame you. You think maybe Hunter Henry will get the bulk of the looks from the rookie Drake May, and that makes sense to me. We look at the targets. Last week in Chicago, Hunter Henry only had 4 targets. He caught 1 ball. But prior to that, he had 6, 8, 9. He's getting a decent amount of looks from Drake May. The Rams defense doesn't scare me. This is kind of a toss-up here. It really is, because I could see Hunter Henry playing well today and getting more volume than Taysom Hill does. You really rely on Taysom Hill for those rushing touchdowns. If he doesn't score, Taysom Hill usually doesn't do jack squat for you. You need touchdowns from Hill. And Cleveland's coming off the bye. I don't know what to make of Cleveland today. I've probably bet Cleveland more times this season than I care to admit. I really have. I'm not proud of it. Really not. It doesn't make me feel good.
You play to win the game.
Yeah, I know we play to win the games, and I was trying to play to win money. But Cleveland has Jameis Winston going against his old team, the Saints, in New Orleans tonight. Oh, this afternoon. It's not tonight. Boy, that was stupid, Mike. But New Orleans got their win last week, right? Fire Dennis Allen, new coach bump. Hey, kids, it's me. Let's win one for the Gipper. And they did that last week against the Falcons. Now this week, I expect the Saints will probably be like, okay, well, now we're just waiting for the offseason, and I got to save my body, and I want to get paid next year, or I've got a future I got to care about. And Cleveland's in town, and Cleveland's like, dude, who's worse off, the Saints or the Browns? They both have aging not aging, but certainly they've got quarterback albatrosses around their necks. The proverbial franchise necks, right? Derek Carr. You'd rather have Derek Carr, I guess, than Deshaun Watson. But that's not saying a whole lot. And Derek Carr today, God, his receivers suck so bad. Taysom Hill's really the guy for them, right? It's Kamara and Hill, and then scraps for the most part in the Saints offense. So it feels like Cleveland might come in and win that game because they need a win. And they played like shit after they got their first win in a while a few weeks ago against the Chargers before the bye. The Chargers just took it to the Browns. Browns had terrible blown coverages, wide open scores for the Chargers. It was trash. You got to think Kevin Stefanski still has pride. And maybe there's some factor about, Jameis wants to win in New Orleans. I don't know if that really is a thing. That was a while ago. It wasn't like New Orleans screwed him. He just kind of was there. So I don't know if there's a lot to that. That's how I feel about that, okay? How about Green Bay, Chicago? I mentioned this. Chicago was favored easily to beat New England last week, and they got murdered by them. So they fired their offensive coordinator. Eberflus blames the OC. Now Caleb Williams will be a god against the Green Bay defense. Remember, Green Bay's coming off a bye. That's always useful, especially with a smart guy like Matt LaFleur. And Jordan Love hopefully got a little bit healthier because the Lions kicked his ass. That's right. I'm not sorry about that. I'm not sorry about that. I'm not. I said I was not sorry about that, okay? Because there's a time and a place, and when you suck, and you got to take it like a man. But why does it have to be a man? Why can't it be a woman, too? Women take a lot of shit. So I'm going to take it like a woman and say, Jordan Love, take it like a woman. You got smoked. Live with it. Move forward with your life. Lions own your ass. Although Jordan Love did beat Detroit last year in Detroit on Thanksgiving Day. And that was a kind of a surprise. Whoops. But it seems all systems go for Green Bay here. Their offense should cruise. Psych! Chicago's defense still good. Chicago's struggling as a team, but their defense is the only thing keeping them in games. And to give up 19 points to New England and lose must have been a real crushing moment for the Bears defense. It kind of reminds me of the Jets. Remember the Jets were all defense, no offense during the Rex Ryan days, butt fumble Sanchez, all that shit. And there was bitterness. There's always bitterness with these teams where the defense carries the load, the offense can't do shit. And all of a sudden, that's where the Bears are with their rookie quarterback. And they got the talent on the offensive side of the ball. They got receivers to throw to. They got a great tight end. Their old line's maybe not that great. But DeAndre Swift has been, outside of the first 2 weeks, 3 weeks, he's been really, really solid this year. I give him credit because I thought he's going to be trash this year. So this lines up like a tighter game. And if I'm feeling like I got to take the Bears in the points now because they're getting 6 points at home now, 6.5 points at home against Green Bay. It's too much. It's too much. The Bears are going to fight for pride here. They're desperate. Green Bay will win. But I don't expect this to be a high-scoring game. This would be a game that's like maybe 23-19 or something like that. You know what I mean? But there's a couple touchdowns that we found in there. And fantasy goodness. Green Bay wideouts, Josh Jacobs, Tucker Kraft. You got to like... I'm liking Dobbs today, although Christian Watson's due to do something. I mean, is the guy talent? Yeah. But the consistency hasn't been there because Love's been injured and Watson's been in and out of the lineup. They just don't have enough reps together, it seems. But maybe today's that day. Minnesota, Tennessee, it looks like a garbage fest. Minnesota's just falling apart. You know, they won 12-7 last week against Jacksonville. 12-7. I mean, that's an ugly-ass game. Mac Jones hung in there against Sam Darnold. Mac Jones versus Sam Darnold. What a treat that was. Man, I hope you guys got to watch that game because that was a doozy. No, it was not a doozy. But Tennessee can stop the run, but they can get smoked on the pass a bit. But I'm benching Darnold. I have a chance to play Darnold in the Superflex today. I'm not doing it. I've got concerns. He's just getting worse and worse. And Kevin O'Connell's quarterback whispering, hey, Sam, don't turn the ball over. Don't turn the ball over, Sam. Quarterback whisperer. Please don't get me fired. Of course, we won't get him fired. I mean, all the wins the Vikings racked up with Sam Darnold this year was bonus cash, and Kevin O'Connell knows it. J.J. McCarthy's the future of the team there next year. But today, Tony Pollard, yeah, give me some of that. And although Will Levis did throw 2 touchdowns last week, I'm not buying that he's maybe kind of found a rhythm here at all, although he went to Calvin Ridley plenty. And the Vikings can actually be thrown upon. Did I tell you guys the stats last week on the Vikings defense? They've given up a lot of points to wide receivers and in the pass game. Oh, Joe, shit. You're right. Did I ever answer your question? I'm so sorry. You made all this effort and I didn't do it. Joe, I never mean to disrespect you. I love you, Joe. Thanks for reminding me. It's all you do is jump in the live chat and tell me, hey, Govier, you didn't answer my question, you bastard. You can call me a bastard if you want to. You don't have to, okay?
You have failed.
Yeah, I screwed up. Hey, boys, 2 questions for you today. Well, it's just me. So 2 questions for one guy named Michael Govier. That's me. MJ Govier on Twitter. Oh, I never said Palazzo Podcast, 2 L's, 2 Z's.
Utah, give me 2.
I can't believe I didn't do that off the top of the show. I'm such a prick. 2 questions. Who are we starting at quarterback here? I got Wilson, Nix, or Love. Rodgers screwed me last week, lost by less than 1. Which D we starting? All right, let's start with the quarterback one first and foremost here, okay? Joe's having a laugh. Love your insight. I love you, Joe. Thanks for making the show more fun. Literally, show is better because you're here, Joe. I'm not even kidding. I'm not playing at all. I'm locking it in 100%. Who is starting at quarterback? I don't know how you could bench Russell Wilson. I don't. And here we are. Everyone's like, dude, I can't believe I'm saying this, but I want Russ to cook for me again. But yeah. Although Love is the best play here week to week, you would think, but not this week against the Bears. And Bo Nix, I'm starting Bo Nix in my Superflexes regularly, and I can't blame you if you want to go with Bo Nix against Atlanta at home today in the 4 o'clock window. But I got to go Russell Wilson first and foremost because it's the Baltimore pasty is god-awful, right? So until I see otherwise, expect Russell Wilson to have a solid game today. And him and George Pickens are locked in. The touchdowns are going to be flowing rest of season. I'm going Russell Wilson here. Joe says he picked up Russ as a defense. I'm leaning Nix. Go ahead. You want to do Nix? I can't say it's a god-awful play. But there's just no doubt that the best matchup here is the Baltimore pass defense, which is a joke, right? It is. Versus Russell Wilson, who's playing well, and Pittsburgh's locked in. I can't believe Pittsburgh is, last I checked, the 3.5-point dogs to Baltimore at home. What the hell's going on there? How does that happen? Because that just seems ridiculous.
Wow, dude.
Yeah, it does. Joe says, I am torn. Well, I think it's Wilson. I'm going with Wilson, and I'm locking myself in. If you go next, I can't blame you, but I'm going Wilson. Love you, Joe. We love you, Joe. Fantasy Sports, what's up, buddy? Fantasy Baseball Keeper. You trying to sneak in baseball questions, dude? Come on. You know what? I love you. You've been with us all year. You better be back. By the way, we're doing a baseball show Monday night. That's right. Fantasy Baseball Monday night. I'll be talking about my experience at the Arizona Fall League when I went to Arizona this month, who I saw in person, and me, Benjamin Chase, and Robbie Baseball. That's right. Follow those guys. Connect with them. Join our Discord. It's free in the description. And we'll be doing a show Monday night talking about all that goody stuff. So please pop by Monday night, like 8 o'clock, something like that. Joe says, back to work. Thanks. Bye, Joe. See you, buddy. Thanks for coming in, Joe. Keeper League. Keep 3. Acuna and Ohtani, obviously. Who would be my third? L.A. De La Cruz or Churio? Well, if you think about it, between Acuna and Ohtani, you got tons of stolen bases, right? So if EDLC is his biggest attribute right now is steals, and I love Ellie. I think he's going to be an overall good player here. He's growing. But I think you got to go Churio based on the fact that you're keeping Acuna and Ohtani. Yep, I do. That's how I feel, buddy. Thanks for jumping in. Yes, baseball podcast back. Yeah, be there Monday night. Pop in. Sebastian Walcott's going to be a beast, says Joe. Thanks, Joe. Sonia McApple says, thanks, bro. Sony, is that you? Did you ask a question, MacApple, or are you just saying thanks? Because I didn't see your question, MacApple. I love that. Hi, I'm Sony MacApple. Is that like Major Applewhite? Remember him? Former quarterback, Texas Longhorns. Is he a head coach somewhere? Is he still a head coach at Rice, or is he just offensive coordinator at some high school in Texas now? I've really lost track of Major Applewhite. I didn't mean to hit that button either. That was the wrong button.
There
you go. That's the right button.
Damn! We couldn't do diddly poo offensively.
Well, hopefully that's not your team today. Running the numbers here on the rest of these matchups. Yeah, Baltimore-Pittsburgh, the over's at 48.5. I think they'll actually be a little bit more defensive here. The under may just come into play, but I understand that's going to be one of the higher overs we've seen in the Baltimore-Pittsburgh series as of late, right? But the question is, who will be able to run the ball in this game? Because it's obvious that Pittsburgh will be able to throw the ball a bit against Baltimore, and Baltimore's run D can play the D on the run. Get down, 3-point stance, 4-point stance. Shoot those gaps, Zero cover, blitz, murder the run. But that would probably be a mistake if you're Baltimore's defensive coordinator, who is, boy, he's got to be really sweating. Not fired yet? Strange. Anywho, Najee Harris. Is Najee Harris going to be a factor today? Are you starting Najee Harris against Baltimore? I think it's interesting because he's got no injury designation, ready to go. Had a couple weeks in a row with multi-100-yard games. We got excited, but seems like the old Najee's kind of come back. Plus, we should jump in on the inactives. I think T. Higgins is going to be a go for Sunday Night Football, right? Anybody aware or not aware of that? Anyone? Bueller? I know we won't find out for a while because it's a Sunday night game, but, boy, I could really use T. Higgins back in a couple of my leagues. That's for darn sure. Let's see here. Any inactives of note? Oh, guys, Brett Rippon is inactive for the Minnesota Vikings today, guys. Brett Rippon, such a sad moment. So sorry. That's too bad. No KJ Osborne for the Patriots, if you care about that at all. That's a deep play. Who gives a shit? Otherwise, Jair Alexander's active for the Packers. That's good news. If you're looking to shut down the passing game against the Chicago Bears, that's it. Nothing else really stands out here. Nothing crazy. Ravens have injuries in the secondary still, too. That's a problem. Boy, poor Ravens. Jonathan Brooks, by the way, I know the Panthers aren't a vital issue today, but Jonathan Brooks still going to be out for a bit here. Not supposed to play for a couple more games. I told you they'd save him for next year. Why rush Jonathan Brooks back this year if you're Carolina? You got nothing to play for. Why put unnecessary miles on a guy who's coming back off an injury, right? At least Carolina making a rare good decision. How about that? Maybe they laid off the booze. Maybe they stopped drinking and having keggers every night in the Carolina front office. David Tepper's getting shit-faced. Yeah, I bet David Tepper drinks Busch. Maybe he's a Coors man.
Coors.
Sean Thomas, what's up, Sean? Downs or Hawkinson, half-point PPR. Let's start here. He's got multiple questions. I love it. Thanks, Sean. Make sure you guys subscribe. We lost like 4 subscribers. What the hell, man? Sorry, we didn't do a Tuesday show anymore. We're still doing the Sunday show. We're here for you. Give me back my subscribers. Downs or Hawkinson? Indianapolis has the Jets today. Man, what a lame game that is. But Anthony Richardson's back. I don't know how you can trust Anthony Richardson to get Downs the ball enough, especially if you're looking for PPR points just to get receptions. So I guess I got to go Hawkinson. But I don't love either one necessarily today, just because the Vikings are taking on the Titans, and they could limit the tight end. Although Sam Laporta did have a decent game against them, but that was the Lions, and they destroyed the Titans in that game. Absolute murder a few weeks back, 52-14. Man, it's crazy. Lions are so good. It's crazy. All right, so Tillman or CD, I can't believe that's what it's come to. He's really asking me that. I don't know. Might have to go Tillman here. I mean, what's the point? CD's got, you got Cooper Rush. Dallas is trash. It's over. They're playing Houston on Monday night, a game nobody wants to see at all. I don't know how you can ever bench CD, but if it's come to that, if it really has, then I guess the way Tillman's been getting targets lately and the fact that, CD is questionable, right? He got 10 targets in that Philly game. It's crazy. CD Lamb, 10 targets, 6 catches, 21 yards. What a terrible... That's not CD Lamb. That's not the real CD Lamb we know. You got to go CD, but if you don't want to be stuck on Monday Night Football with no one to start, then probably go Tillman just to be safer. All right, then Ricky Pearsall or DJ Moore? Again, I can't believe this is another question we're asking ourselves. DJ Moore he's got to have some stats as this season comes to a close. The season's not over, and I can't believe DJ Moore is going to finish the season where he's at. He's got 40 grabs, barely 400 yards. He does have 3 receiving touchdowns. It's not like he hasn't scored at all. I think I'm going to go DJ Moore over Pearsall here just because Pearsall is one of many, and I know the Seattle defense has not been that good, but Seahawks know the Niners. They both know each other well. DJ Moore, I still got to start Moore over Pearsall. It's just too radical for me. I know you're getting freaky here. You're trying to take things to another level. You're not just saying, I got to play my studs. And I respect that. But I'm going Moore. All right, Hawkinson, Najee, Ingrams, or Myers are the last. Pick 2 of these guys. So pick 2 of TJ Hawkinson, Najee Harris, Evan Ingram, or Jacoby Myers. Well, I'm going to pick Myers. He's healthy. They're off the bye. The Raiders are. They're in Miami. I'm sure they'll probably lose to the Dolphins in some stupid way. But Myers could score a touchdown, rack up some points, especially in PPR. So I'm picking Myers, and I'm going to go Ingram just because Jones can dump to Ingram, and there could be garbage time against the Lions. They're 13.5-point dogs. The Lions should take care of business, no problem, because that's what this team does now, especially against Jacksonville. Although Jacksonville has fought the last 2 weeks. They lost tough games to Philly and Minnesota, who are both really 2 solid teams, right? So they were in both games, remember that. But this is the 3rd in a row, and it's Mac Jones again. So maybe there's garbage time. And then Najee, I can't trust that Najee's going to get it done against that Baltimore run D, which is the one thing Baltimore's run D can do. The one thing their defense can do is stop the run. I've said this 8 times on the show today. So I'm going Myers and Ingram by a hair. But I wouldn't blame you if you went Myers-Hawkinson as well. But the volume should go to Najee. He should be the volume guy today, right? The question is, will that volume be any good? And I'm going to leave that to you to decide, Sean. So there you go. Great question. Very, very precise, succinct. I really enjoyed that. Thanks, buddy. Fantasy Sports says, should we have one Palazzo Fans League where top fans get the chance to play alongside gurus? We do have those. We have a Palazzo Podcast Football League, of course, and that's in action right now. You could have been in that league, but you missed your spot. You can always do it next year. And, of course, we have the Palazzo Podcast Invitational on the baseball side, which has like 90 teams, so you definitely will get a shot at that. So just don't miss the opportunity to be in those next year. We do those. Make sure you're in the Discord. Make sure you watch the show and you get the reminders and the links. Everything we put in our descriptions and our shows will give you information for when it's time for that, okay? Thanks, Fantasy. CJ's here. What's up? Hey, CJ, make sure you subscribe. Like the video. We're so glad you're here. It means a lot to me, CJ, that you've taken the time to interact with our show. The Palazzo Podcast, 2 L's, 2 Z's.
Utah, give me 2.
All right, now that you're annoyed, let's get to your question. Shakir, Dell, Myers, BTJ. Pick one. Shakir, game of the year, game of the century. Chiefs versus Bills. Tank Dell against that Dallas defense. It's got to be Tank Dell. I'm going Tank Dell. I know Nico Collins is back, but that could be a good thing for Dell too, right? Nico Collins draws doubles or draws more concern on the field. Tank Dell has more open opportunities. It's a win-win for Tank Dell, I believe, the fact that Nico Collins plays Monday night, right? But if you don't want to be stuck in that, I mean, he's going to play no matter what. Tank Dell will start. But if you're paranoid here, my alternative would either be Myers or BTJ. I'm going Shakir fourth here. Easy call on the fourth. But I like Myers today in Miami, and I like BTJ for garbage time. Although that chest injury has limited him the last couple weeks, he hasn't been the same, and he's had Mac Jones throwing him passes, so I don't know which one it is. It could be both, could be one or the other. Okay? There you go. Thanks, TJ. Also, Tank Dell, Juwan Jennings, Tillman, Myers pick two. Oh, well, if you're switching out, you're bringing in Tillman and Jennings, so I'm still going... I'm going Dell again. Maybe Tillman over Myers, but that's a real tight call. Jennings is last for me just because I don't know where he fits in the pecking order again. Okay? But those are all some good options. I actually don't think all four of those guys, I don't think there's a massive margin here. Especially, it's all about opportunity, right? Who will get the most targets of all four of these guys? It might be Myers or Dell, but it could be Tillman too because he's been getting the volume with Jameis Winston. And I like Elijah Moore today, too, by the way. If anybody has Elijah Moore and you want to start him against the Saints D, I like Moore and Tillman for Cleveland today. But those are some good options. I wouldn't be sweating any of that, really. I like what you got there. Again, I'm going Dell, Tillman, Myers tied at 2, and then Jennings. That's how I rank them. There you go, CJ. Thank you very much. Lock that in. Kyle Singer's here. Make sure you subscribe, Kyle. Like the video. You know you want to do it. I love your avatar, by the way. Sweet shades. Dobbs, Romeo Dobbs. I love Romeo Dobbs today, but he's also got Chubb, ETN. That's right. No Tank Bigsby. Detroit knows how to stop the run, though. That's been their bread and butter for the last couple of years. Detroit's defense can stop the run. They can butt up against a run because they play with such ferocious intensity. DJ Reader, McNeil, badasses on that Detroit line. Man, we miss Hutchinson, but that's okay. All right, so pick one running back, one flex, full PPR of these guys. If it's full PPR, then the problem is Dobbs is I love Dobbs, but you never know if he's going to get enough targets and catches in that Green Bay offense. It's always a mystery. It's really annoying. And Chicago's defense, like I said on the show today, is solid. So, having said all that, I'll go Chubb against the Saints D just because the volume could be his, although I know Jerome Ford is a guy I noticed that was getting picked up back up by people. And if we look at Chubb's carries, since he returned, 11 carries, 16 carries, 15 carries, he's getting the volume. He's just got to show us he can do something with it. And hopefully after the bye week, Chubb can really take off today. So give me Chubb, and I'm going to go Dobbs. Now, ETN is going to be the starter today again, but I just don't trust that Jacksonville will be able to run the ball consistently against the Lions. So I'm going Chubb and Dobbs. Okay. Thanks, Kyle Singer. All right, thanks everybody else. I'm going to get out of here because I got stuff to do here at hour before kickoff. Thank you so much for being here. It's a Palazzo Podcast, 2 L's,
Utah.
2 Z's.
Give me 2.
Kyle says he agrees. I don't trust them. I dig it. I'm with you, man. I think you're on to something, though, and you're going to do well today. You're going to have a big day. Kick some ass. Digging it. I hope everybody wins big money today. Win your bets. Win your player props. Win your parlays. Woo! Be a player prop parlay. You know, I've won 2 player prop parlays this year. A 4-legger and a 3-legger. I won a 3-legger last week. I think it was Kittle, Kelsey, and somebody else. And usually it's harder. You know, touchdowns scored a lot by runners, the running backs. If you want to be smart, because you can't always get the ball in the air to a wide receiver. You think a wide receiver will score, but running backs are more likely to score. And I remember what happened that window, the 4 o'clock window last week was such a dud. There was 2 teams that scored 6 points. Both the Jets and the Cowboys scored 12 points combined. So that was a total dud of a window. And today's no better. We only got 3 games in the 4 o'clock window. So it's all about the 1 o'clock window. 8 games, good times, noodle salad. Suck it up. Enjoy it because this season will be over like that. In the meantime, follow us everywhere.
Utah.
We're on.
Give me 2.
Well, I'm on Blue Sky at MJ Govier, and so I'm on Twitter still. I mean, I'm everywhere. I guess we got to get Palazzo on Blue Sky if we want to be cool. I still believe, I like going to Blue Sky, but I also believe there's still regular people on Twitter. It's not just all or nothing. You know what I mean? And it's not, I don't even want to get into all that right now because I just want to leave on a good note. Love y'all. Thanks for being here. Hope all you guys do well today. Lock those lineups in at 1 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. For Mike Virginia, make sure you follow Mike at _Mike VA. He's my man. He's had a fun day today, doing his thing, living it up, enjoying his Sunday. Everyone give Mike Virginia your very, very best. And we'll be back Monday night. See you guys Monday night live. There he is. Hey, buddy. Sorry I couldn't be there. I got one for you. Oh, he wants to sneak one in just as I was getting off the air. You son of a bitch. All right, go ahead, Mike Virginia. Hit me. And then I'm leaving. Don't forget, Monday night we're doing Fantasy Baseball Show. So join us here on the YouTube, the Twitch, the Twitter X, wherever you guys find us. Monday night, Fantasy Baseball Talk, Dynasty style, prospects, Arizona Fall League, what we've seen, Rule 5 stuff. I got the sneaker. That's right. All right, hit me. Come on, Mike. Hit me. I'm waiting for you. Doing it all for you. And maybe some of you guys will benefit from Mike's question as well. What do you got, Mike? What do you got? What do you got? Come on. You can do it. He's typing furiously right now. He's typing furiously. He's typing furiously. I think, no, I still don't see it. Did it come through? Nope, I'm not seeing it, Mike. We're looking for it. We're waiting. We're wondering. We're dreaming. Mike knows better. He should probably be on YouTube and not Twitter X. Right, Mike? Yeah. Let's see here. There it is. Okay, he did it. All right, Adams versus Indianapolis. Jennings versus Seattle. Sutton versus Atlanta. Stevenson versus the Rams. Who sits non-PPR? Thanks, Mike. Mike could switch from being a commenter and a fan and in the live chat to hosting the show. It's incredible. He's so versatile. So here we go. Devontae Adams. Who sits? I don't think... You tell me we got to sit one, by the way, which you didn't clarify. It says who sits. So sit one between Adams, Jennings, Sutton, and Stevenson. For me, it's probably Jennings by a hair. Yeah. I'm going Jennings by a hair if I have to sit one of these guys. Devontae Adams against Indianapolis' pass defense. That sounds appetizing. He should do all right. Could be a touchdown in his future. Cortland Sutton against Atlanta. He's their main guy. He's their best wide receiver, although... We'll say that Mr. Vele, the rookie out of Utah, scored a touchdown last week. Bo Nix hit him. There is a rapport there. But I'm going to sit Jennings by a hair. And I like Jennings a lot, but we're all kind of dreaming from that 1 week where he had 3 touchdowns, 175 yards. Juwan Jennings was awesome that week. I just feel like I can't bench Stevenson. I love him against the Rams today. I like Sutton against the Falcons, and I like Devontae against Indy. So there you go. That's my choice, Mike. I wonder what you do. You're the expert, too. So, guys, follow Mike on Twitter, X _Mike VA. Hit him up here. Find him everywhere. He's in the Discord. He's got his own channel, Mike's Chamber, Mike Virginia's Chamber of Secrets, or whatever it's called. Discord's free 24/7. Link is in the description. I'm out of here. Thanks, Mike. Thanks, everybody. Turn it over to Huck and Chuck of Football. Bye-bye.
Fucking Roethlisberger, the quarterback, was all fucking hug it, chug it, football.